Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background, and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy: How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is about the romantic compatibility between ENFPs and INTJs. I think that also have asked themselves the question, who's the best match when playing with another person based on certain characteristics? And I think that MBTI personality types is a good starting point. So let's look at what ENFPs and INTJs have in common. Obviously, they're both intuitives. So these are people who like to focus on the abstract aspect of life. So they are future oriented. So you'll see that, for example, the ENFP tends to be very creative. They like to generate ideas. The INTJ will, also want to focus on something that is more abstract. So these are people who are obviously have introverted intuition as their first function. They are very intuitive, so they will appreciate that about each other. The INTJ has extroverted thinking as its second function. So these are people who are very left brain dominant. The ENFP, interestingly enough, also has extroverted thinking as its third function. So it is amongst the most logical of intuitive feelers. The ENFP and the INTJ being both intuitives, they have the best energy. So if you look at the INTJ, actually it has the best energy of all the intuitive thinkers, and the ENFP, just being an intuitive feeler, has among the best of all the 16 personality types. So they will not drain each other on that level, because obviously what happens is that if there's a difference in energy, the one who has the best energy tends to be drained. So they will appreciate in terms of they can spend quite a bit of time together and they will be fine. And also, although the ENFP officially is an extrovert, because it's an intuitive personality type, they will actually require more time alone. So they will act more as an introvert and an extrovert, so they will be able to get along that level. So they both will need some time, away from crowds and people to recharge. In terms of the challenges they will face, is that obviously one is a feeler, so is right brain dominant like the ENFP, and the INTJ is very left brain dominant. So in other words, they will not actually feel comfortable in terms of, it's a how they express their emotions. The NFP tends to be someone who's very emotionally intelligent, so they will feel that with ENTJ they cannot, maybe explore certain ideas, or the NFP also tends to be very physically affectionate. The INTJ is kind of clumsy that way. So the ENFP will not have their emotional and spiritual needs being met by the INTJ. And the INTJ might feel that, well, I'm unable to understand my partner on that level, so they might feel incompetent. So that can create friction in their relationship. The other aspect, obviously, the ENFP being a perceiver, is also the type to be spontaneous. So they like to change it at the last minute. They don't like a lot of rigidity when it comes to their schedule, whereas the INTJ is very much a judger. So they like to plan. They don't like change at the last minute. So that may be an issue. So they will have to try to readjust on that level. The other aspect is that the ENFP is a type of personality type who often is not good with their finances. So these are people who may spend more than they should. And the INTJ, being a judger, even being intuitive, I find that intuitives who are judgers and also who are the introverted version tend to be even more particular when it comes to being safe. So they don't like things that can put them in any type of danger. And obviously the financial aspect is important to them. So the INTJ will not appreciate that the ENFP being basically financially irresponsible. So that they may be an issue in their relationship. So I would discourage people from matching these two personality types together. So again, yes, they are both intuitives. They have a well-developed thinking function. These are people, obviously, it's about the abstract, world. The fact that being both intuitives, they will function more as introverts, so they have that in common. But the fact that one is very left brain dominant, the other one is right brain dominant. One is a perceiver, it's a judger. One needs a lot of affection and warmth, because the NFP is into feeler. So in other words, they're looking for a soulmate when it comes to a partner, whereas the INTJ is looking for a mind mate. So they're not really aiming for the same sort of like ultimate partnership. So let me know if you agree with this compatibility analysis by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Remember to click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making. Subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.